Okay, here we go.
This is the couch. 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 Hello, and welcome to Cat on the Couch, the only music quiz show that is filmed right here on my couch. And I am so excited today to introduce my next guest, who you've probably seen around at some function or another. Maybe you've caught him playing with his band, maybe you've caught him down at the Wattsdown open mic, but today you're going to catch him on my couch. Please give it up for the one and only Geoffrey Scott. Hello, Geoff.
Hi, full names today, Catherine.
So thrilled to have you here on this couch and talking music, and thank you for taking time out.
That's okay.
That's
Not
okay.
without incident, was
We're
it?
gonna rock it, man.
It was interesting first few minutes here when the dogs met, and interesting. Chickens were involved.
Yeah.
Um,
We've got Bryon here as well.
Yeah.
Our beautiful pup. Hello, handsome. We do love our pups here on Cat on the Couch. But we've got a couple of quizzes for you, maybe a jam. Are you ready for this today, Geoff?
no, I had no idea what it was all about. I just thought, I've been invited out to Catherine's place and Ruben's going to be there, so I thought I'd bring my dog called Byron.
Mm-hmm.
And see what happens. So I kind of like the riskiness of it and the fact that I had no idea what's going to go on. So I don't have time to be worried, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I just got to go right.
Yep.
Just do it.
Just do it. I
So
love that.
is there questions?
There's questions.
Damn.
There's quiz.
And there's a jam.
There really is. We're going
Damn.
to make you work for it today, Geoffrey. Like, you thought you were going to get out easy.
I just thought you were going to ask me questions about my life and like what bands do I like and what's my favourite.
You're not far off, actually.
What's
You're
my-
not far off. We like to use
What's
this as, you know,
my
if you've got an
favourite
audience.
potato chip?
Well, maybe we should get you on the planning committee because you've actually got some pretty good ideas on how we should do this.
I got no idea, but I'll do what I can. Okay.
You do what I can.
Yeah.
Alright. We've
Sorry.
got our first segment today, and I've got some CDs here for you. I thought
Okay.
maybe you'd like to flip through them
Yeah.
and talk about maybe they influenced you, maybe you know some of them personally.
Alright.
Have a look. The first one here,
Alright, what do we got?
Cradle of Filth.
Oh, what I know about these guys is when my daughter came to live with me when she was probably 14 or 15, and she'd gone into a emo stage, and she had been listening to like Good Charlotte and some of the like the Mascara emo.
I know all about that.
And then a online friend mentioned Cradle of Filth.
Yeah.
And so she used to go to sleep listening to this in her headphones. I go in there and it's like, blast beats and some guy dying on there, like screaming, yelling. She's like, and she knew every single word. So although I'm not a listener,
Mhm.
I can pick them when they come on.
Yep.
And I don't know any of the songs, which shows my age. No, it just shows that it was not really what I'm into. But yeah, Fro would love this.
It's been going on a while. Next up.
Benny Mayhem.
Benny
Yeah, I do
Mayhem.
know Benny. The punk rock troubadour.
Punk rock, folk punk.
Yeah,
Folk
I've
punk.
worked with him a couple of times. We've done some gigs together. And love what he does. Gets around the world, does his bit, travels the,
He
does the
does.
UK circuit, bit of Europe. Recently came down here.
Yeah.
Didn't perform at the venue I booked for, but was right next door. But he
yeah.
has played there with his band before, and he also did a support slot for Second Winter when we did the Snake Run project.
Okay,
So we
yep.
had like a snake after party at the Star.
Oh, cool.
Not official, but we just like thought, we'll put bands on.
Yeah, why not?
And Benny played there, so that's what I know about. I mean, there's lots more about Benny,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, because you guys know him, yeah? You met him, yeah. So yeah, Benny Mayhem.
We do know Benny. Murder Dolls.
Oh, Murder Dolls.
Speaking of that emo phase.
Yeah, you know what? Aware of them, heard them. Not something that influenced me,
Mm-hmm.
or I'd never bought it
No.
or downloaded it. So that's the truth. But well aware of Murder Dolls in the scene. Foreigner.
Foreigner, you're as cold as ice.
Yeah, look, I know these guys when I was at high school. They had that big production in Hot Blooded, that song,
Yeah,
you know that
yeah,
one?
yeah.
And so while they were in that phase, they had big guitar production for us at school. There was some really crap music on the radio. 6BA was the shittest station. It was like closed by 9 o'clock at night and was run by
No.
some church organisation. So we were heavily. If you kids think you got it hard, we were like punished. We had, but during the day, you may get your ears around. When there's a cool DJ in the afternoon, like in what the same as RTR's drive time. This was like teen time or something stupid it was called, and you might hear Hot Blooded or Cold as Ice, or there was another hit. They had one of their first hits that hit the radio.
There was too. I don't know. I only started listening to Foreigner when I watched that rock musical that came out when they had like all the old school rock. I can't remember the Age of Rock. Ages. And then I heard them, I'm like, wait, I know those guys. And I'm like, that's when I started to like listen to them, but I kind of missed their heyday.
Yeah.
But it's one of those bands that just kind of stuck with me, honestly. I really like it, like even, 20, 30 years later.
One of the better hair rock bands, like I was never really taken by Poison or Motley Crue. I was never big fans of those guys. I mean,
really?
I just, it's not like I hate that or
You're
anything.
more Aussie rock, aren't you?
It's a bit cliche even what I'm into, like the Stooges and the Radio Birdman and the Saints, and there's this whole era of stuff as well as all the other stuff I listen to. So if you want to put Foreigner in there, they were like one of the better sort of, hair bands, like he had the nice poodle hair and all that sort of stuff. But they did a good comeback, always respect the comeback, wanna know what love is.
That's the other
and,
one.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, I bet they're treading water, what I mean? They're not going under, and to this day people still know who Foreigner are, don't they? So my mate was more into, I remember Ray Herbert was way more into Foreigner. He used to like, if you went to a school social, he'd be on his way home, he'd take his shirt off, punch the air, singing Hot Blooded or whatever, it was his go-to song. Anyway, I'm sure I've said too much about Foreigner.
You're a Foreigner.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another one of those Scandinavian.
Yeah. I'm aware of Nightwish.
They always have like a female singer who just does that kind of operatic roar that I absolutely love and aspire to. What's the word? I take inspiration from it.
Yeah. That's cool.
I love it.
Same thing, same as
same as the other one. You're
Cradles
aware of
and stuff like that. Nightwish, heard of Nightwish, and seen their clips. They still get some of their stuff. Late night rage every now and again, but so this is your operatic influence.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I hear that coming through in your
I love
voice.
the orchestra and the orchestra sound behind it, but they're using classical music but with like rock instruments and like heavy rock instruments. And as a 16-year-old emo girl, definitely sort of struck a chord with me. They've gone through a couple of lead singers through the years, but the backing band's always been really solid.
Well, all this sort of music goes through like eras, and styles. And what I like the combination of the operatic singing and I like a big guitar, fat production, like that. But then I'm probably more likely to get lit from say Arch Enemy or really old stuff like Nina Hagen or a little bit more of the underground. You know what I mean? I've been cursed with this thing that if everyone likes something, I automatically I switch off to it. Like the first time I heard that Gangnam Style, Psy, was someone sent me the clip of it, and it's like death growling instead of him doing that. So he's like like this, and I was like, oh, I see why people like this.
Oh my God.
I was totally. I like to think that I'm a bit astute and switched on, but no, I completely missed that. And then one time I saw the clip on something on TV,
and you're like, well,
and it was very sexy lady, and I was like, oh, I thought it was
Can you do the dance?
I thought he was the growler. I thought he was like the thing about it was he was this South Korean growl metal guy with that Asian production, where they're all doing stuff and strange dances, and so naive like that. But I immediately, because it was popular, I didn't get my ears around it. I wouldn't listen to it, and it was like that with Pantera. Like we were playing in bands a lot when Pantera kind of hit, and we were like, the rest of my band were right into them and stuff. But I was like listening to really like Pixies, or the Jesus Lizard or something like that. You know what I mean? And when I first heard the Jesus Lizard, I couldn't listen to anything else for about 12 months. So that's what happens to me, And so I've got a weird way of processing music. So anything popular, I'm immune to it. Like Drake, I didn't even know who Drake was. And then someone goes, oh, you know that song? I go, oh yeah, I know that one. But I'd never associated that with any dude. Maybe the meme, the Drake memes. And then that one,
How does that work though? Because like, you know, if you're like, this is popular, I'm immune to it, but you're booking bands for the Wattsdown, you're sort of trying to get, you know, bands to come on in. Like, how do you judge what's popular and what's going to hit with the audience that's, you know, sort of separate from your personal taste?
Well, I used to be very selective, and when I first booked for Tanglehead, before it went back as the White Star, I didn't book a cover band at all.
Yep.
And my biggest rooms were from local artists that were doing their own stuff, like Bryon or Simon London, or Annabelle Harvey with Brendan Gaspari, and that was like, I think they were called Aaron's Crusade at the time. And so, by and large, it was original music that filled that room. But of course, Tanglehead went to voluntary receivership. No, she went down. And so when it reopened as a Star, they ran it themselves for a bit, and I went down and I was booking for what is now Three Anchors was Calamari's. And we sort of started doing the Sunday session down there, and so we're trying to get numbers. So I started to soften my approach as to what, you know, we might have, as far as, you know, your job is to try and bring people.
Yeah.
So you compromise a little bit. But when I got asked to go back at the Star, I was given a mandate, and that was to fill the rooms.
Yeah.
And so the way I look at it is, I don't put as much original music on anymore because we can't really afford it. Like, it's all cool having it and that, but if it doesn't, generate anything at all, then it's not really a happening thing. Because a happening thing is when you've got something new, fresh, underground, original, whatever, and then 100 kids turn up to watch it. When I say kids, sorry, that's when, you know, people that want to be into it turn up, and so that's the thing that's happening, and so you approach that. And then you got the cover bands that don't generally pull a lot of people, but they'll entertain a crowd if they're there.
Yeah,
and people don't need much. They'll still punch the air, run in where their, you know, drinks held high to blister in the sun, or let's be real cliche about it, like horses, Wonderwall. That's the thing that triggers them, and so I still see that working. So in a way, in your monthly budget, if that's a big seller, you can then afford possibly to put on original nights, and even newer bands that might necessarily, it might be a break-even night, or it might be, but it helps promote music in the area, and some of these younger bands have actually brought huge big crowds. You know, some of the, you know, like every time Oscar Gilbert plays, whether he's solo or with Alison Parade, everyone, you know, bang, it's a big house.
Yeah.
But these guys, Star Arcana, James, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, Nepenthe, this band, everybody turns up. It's you know, where do they all come from? You don't see a lot of that crew out, but they'll go and see their friends play. So I become a little bit more mature in my approach. So there's so much music to listen to that unless I'm really drawn to it, I'll just wait till it comes my way. So I don't dig as much as I used to. Plus, I've only just started listening to music at home again. Because of, like, at one stage, you know, you're at work 4 nights a week, or on a Sunday during the day, whatever. All bands, all music between the sets, music, loud music, and then it's almost back to it again now. Monday night, Trash Panda, Tuesday night, Second Winter. So I'm out 6 nights a week.
That's a lot of music.
And yeah, so when you get home, it's like, quiet, you know, I just sit here and stare at my shoe for a while. It's really nice, you know. And so that took, being in the music like that actually takes another aspect of your enjoyment away. But lately I've been putting on music at home, or just putting on my headphones and plugging in my phone, and when I walk in, like I go to the port, there's a really nice park there, but it's really noisy because of the silos. So it's this constant, but it's the land of time forgotten, no one goes there. So I can take that money out there, and it doesn't disturb anyone or chase their chickens. And I put on, you know, like I put on my music, and I'm walking around, and it's a really cool wonderland. So I'm starting to listen to music again, and it's like a revelation. It's like, whoa, music, which I really love. So you started me going to rap when you asked me a question. Then I went down to the rabbit hole, and I always digress. It's always 100 side stories, and I guess I still am passionate about music, but it comes in waves, you know, like sometimes I don't think I'm passionate about it until I actually then, I'm 10 minutes before I step on stage, and then I'll go from, what am I doing here, to, right, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's time for the freak show, or whatever it is, you know, and so I've been enjoying that part of it. I had first jam with my original band for about 12 months last night. And it was a real kick singing lyrics that you wrote yourself.
Yeah.
Which is another cliche, you know, which is like just.
Yeah.
I'm too old. I've been around too long, and so I like nothing is as exciting as it used to be, but it's still really good. I just don't often childlessly get excited unless I have a swig of my energy lift boost juice. And then I brought some today just so you could witness the transformation. It's a bit like Jekyll and Hyde. I drink some and you watch the character.
Yeah.
I had a sip before I came and sat down.
Usually I can find you drinking coconut water on stage.
I do like coconut water.
The other night it was
you got me onto it actually. Like it's been a really good idea.
And I made a mix tonight. I mixed up that. Like I was, how people spike drinks with alcohol. I spike their drinks with boost juice. So, oh, you guys, you're not getting into it. You're too lazy. It's boosting the looking good boost juice. There you go. No worries. Next thing, they're on the dance floor. It's probably illegal.
Well, look, I think it's time for our next. Got 2 more CDs. I'm sure you know these ones. We've got Eskimo Joe.
Yes, love that song. From the Sea. Is it on this one? A Song is a City. I'm sure it is. Yeah. Anyway,
there it is, number 2.
They're great. Great Perth band, and I had the interesting situation where I worked with Cav on 2 occasions. I think he opened for Josh Pike when we had Josh Pike at the Wattsdown, but the other time it was him came down and he did like not spoken word because he played, but he played music that he really liked, but he also broke down the songs that he wrote in that studio that they all, I think who was around at the time, Turnstile and them and a couple of other iconic Perth bands at the time, they did a lot of writing at the studio, and so he went through the whole album and he broke all the songs down and told you about them and then performed them. A little bit like a Blues and Roots performer that tells you the whole story of the song and then they play it with you, except the only difference is there's music to it.
Oh, that'd have been great.
That was like that, but it was cool because I'd only ever seen him play as a band. So, yeah, quite a character and a dedicated songwriter. It spoiled a little bit for me because when he told me about what influenced each song, it was basically the Pixies. Like he would tell you what riff or what lick or whatever inspired it, and it's exactly the opposite to how I write. So I was like, if I thought it was that easy to be fun, but no, I did. And this one here, it's special place in my heart. Simone Keane. Haven't spoken to her for many years. May never speak to her again. Really admire her art. I first met her at one of my open mic nights, and I could not believe her talent and passion, and her songs almost made me cry sometimes, but I'm a bit emotional like that.
Very, very
and she went on to become a very popular artist in town, and she says it like it is, the way she sees it, and that's her business, and
she gave me this CD. I bumped into her the first time you ever heard her, and she's like, "Here's my CD." I'm like, "Oh, you've got a fan for life." Though.
No, she did good getting us out, and she's back in the scene. I've seen pictures of her with her violinist. And I think John took some photos, but we didn't just see them. But that's cool. She's in control of her own marketing. And I was first time I saw her, I was pretty impressed. And she went on to do good things. So another person that was clever enough to implement the wonderful chairs at the back of Liberté. That Kester put there so many years ago, the gold filigree. I could be wrong about this picture, but it's the only other place in town. I mean, I don't know everything, I know some stuff. I do know there's chairs at Liberté that look like that. And she looks good sitting in that chair, yeah? Yeah. Do you know when she's playing next?
Well, when is she playing next? I'm not sure. She's probably on Great Southern Buskers.
Be interesting to watch the show from a darkened hallway or something like that.
She's been playing a bit at the Albany Club. I do know that, and she's done a couple at the Garrison.
Yeah.
I think, but you do see her around doing her thing, and I'm actually yet to hear her play live. Every time I go to see her, I miss her by this much. I know, but I do have a couple of her CDs that I found at Mr. Money. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's where I get most of my CDs, Mr. Money.
I've probably got I sure do have a copy of this, but I've got her first one, which has got some great songs. I don't know if this is the big one that she did with all the. Oh no, this is Life Ocean. Oh no, this is the one. She's got all she's playing one of those live when I first met her. She had a whole heap of songs.
Good on you. All right. Well,
Produced by
gone
Les Karski.
through-
The great Les Karski. Like, he's produced this and Head Injuries by Midnight Oil and lots of other stuff. He's a plug-in Les, my old mate. Plus all these bands, Bondi Cigars, Nervous Investors. There's a really famous one, Supercharge. And now Les is like still cranking out the tunes. You ever seen Les play?
No.
Blues guy? The blues guy.
No. Les?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so
we've got to our next segment now.
Yep.
I'm gonna test your brain. So
it's not my best bit.
that's what's gonna happen. We've got a couple of questions once my lovely computer decides to.
So do you edit this down when once you've done it, or is it just like raw?
Yeah, raw.
Right, man. Come on, man. I'm sure you could like just put. Why don't you sort of chop it up a bit, have a little random stuff of what I'm saying, and then add it on to something weird like that.
Yeah. It's been just one take so far.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready? For question number 1. You got 5, and we're keeping tally to see who wins out of everybody.
Just hope they're easy.
alright.
Just hope they're easy.
I reckon you'll get some of these. The first question being, who was the first singer to get 5 top 10 hits from one album?
Michael Jackson.
Yes! Yes it was. Congratulations. Question number 2. David Bowie sang a song about life on which planet?
Mars.
2 out of 2. Fantastic. Alright. What has been described as the song that is sung the most? And it is not Wonderwall.
The song that's sung the most.
The song that is sung the most.
Happy Birthday.
Yes! 3 out of 3! Oh my goodness. Okay. What musical term means getting gradually louder and louder?
Crescendo.
Yes! Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. We've got the last question. If he wins this 5 out of 5, the first person to do so. Which singer came third in the 1973 Eurovision Song Contest with The Power of All Our Friends?
In the Eurovision.
In Eurovision, he came third. See? You got a look. And The Power of All Our Friends.
And what year was it?
1973.
David Bowie.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Not that I'd ever heard that he did that.
Cliff Richards.
Oh, okay.
About 4 out of 5.
But that's not very random. I was
pretty good.
hoping
It
it was going to be a
is.
surprise.
It
Like,
is.
no, it was actually, it was Bon Scott or something. Anyway,
4 out of 5, which I think is actually
to answer
Hi.
David Bowie was worth getting it wrong.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
Jenny there. Congratulations, very good. Would you come to one of my favourite segments of the show?
It's the jam bit, isn't it?
It's the jam. It's the jamboree. It's the juicy jam.
Okay.
As you can see, I am already ready.
Well, I'm actually completely not ready, but what do you want to do?
Well, I'm on bongo. You've got the house band. Give us 4 chords, man. Give us 4 chords over and over again, like every song. That's cool. That's cool.
How's that?
I feel so special, man. That was awesome.
It's a bit
Thank you
raw. I had
so
a nice
much.
visit from
Oh,
him.
is that how it is? The big pups, always the pups. Always the pups, hey? Oh, so gorgeous.
I got worried earlier when yeah, a neighbour carried that chicken past the window.
Oh,
It's
those
just like,
chickens, man. Those chickens. They're my Shrewsbury. So sweet. You can come on up.
Come on, mate. Do you want to come up? Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, yes.
Sit down.
We do love our dogs. We celebrate our dogs. We tried to, in the early episodes, sort of keep the dogs away, and they were like, "No, we are the stars of this show." So we're like, "Okay."
It's pretty much my job.
don't drive far.
Keeping him away from everything.
Mm, pretty handsome.
He's pretty good.
handsome.
He's pretty good. He's only like a boy.
How old is he?
He's very immature for his age, like me. He's 15 months.
Yep. Ah, so he's still going to be
14 months.
bigger, ain't he?
Hang on, I was born October.
So new.
I'm really bad at maths. I just don't think about it. Give me an equation and my mind just goes elsewhere, like
Yeah.
down some psychedelic.
Same.
Maths, man. Maths.
Come on.
Oh, there he is. Well, we'd like to invite you to solo.
Excuse me.
Take a song maybe if you'd like for our audience, just to give everybody just a little taste of what they're going to get when they come to see a Geoff Scott show.
Oh, so what did you want me to play? Another song now?
I am, hey.
Was
I'm a
was
solo
the way I
driver.
think was I just did that.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you know,
And you were my
I
band.
can take that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
you
your-
paid your dues.
that was-
I was your singer and player because I had no idea. I started a chord and I thought, hey, I can play badly Heroes, and so I thought, oh, and then you guys jumped in, so I was like, yeah, this is the one. But possibly, do you have any other questions to ask me? Is there any other part of this? Is another
There are
quiz?
several
Is there a
different parts.
fitness thing? Do I have to go? Is that like a course there? Do I run along there, hammock, jump over through the shed, steal lemons off the neighbour, run through over the top of the band, through the clothesline
Yep.
without getting any clothes wrapped around my face,
Oh my
and then
goodness.
western roll under the caravan,
Yep.
and then up the ramp, and then back in.
Off you go. Yeah, off you go. Up to it. Up
I'm
to
not
it.
sure I could actually do all that.
Well, we can do our next segment, which is called shameless self-promotion. And we talk about any upcoming gigs, any projects that you've got, fingers in, anything about, the local community, what's coming up next. Anything that sort of strikes your mind, because you do quite a bit, not just with the music scene, but with the Southern Edge Arts, isn't it?
Oh, it's with Albany Youth Support Association, and it's a branch of that called Open Access.
Open Access, that's the one.
I've been involved with them for I was going to say it seems like 10 years, but it would be close to that. I think I did start in 2010 at the old building, the old headquarters, HQ,
Yep.
at the bottom of the Forgiani building in town. And that was a great kind of position to be in, because if you come down from Ashes, that, knock off, and you can go through there, anyone wants to go to the fast food places, the underground, come up there and then come up, so it's a bit of a hang place. And a friend of mine, Stace Lockout, was a local musician, was running it at the time, or that aspect of it, the art and music and media at the time. And focused probably more on the recording of artists, or young people recording songs,
Yeah.
which was great. Anyway, I started there and we did it together for quite a while, but then we moved to the big building that we're actually in now, on Pryor Street, and that took a little while for the popularity of that to pick up, but much bigger space, and we have some great artists there. And so yeah, I run more like a music mentoring thing than I teach kids how to play if they want to. If they've got the patience for it. But meanwhile, a lot of them just want to sing, and so I try to get the idea of singing to lyrics on a screen, like karaoke style, to turn around, and we try to utilise the people we have in the room that can play instruments, and we then try to completely cut the computer out of it, and no iPads and no lyrics. So we try to internalise the song, and that's the process. And through it, we'll come across some amazing talents and artists. It's been quite a journey. Tamsin Ball, Hannah Wilson, and yeah, we've had Elliot Charleston, Alex Clark, Matteo Pichapala, all those people have at one time
come through.
Yep.
A lot of people sort of say, oh, there's not much for the youth to do in Albany. Like, that's such a common complaint that I hear. But I always say, well, have you looked? They always feel like there is things for the youth to do in Albany that doesn't necessarily involve, you know, things that parents may not feel comfortable with them doing. But, you know, you've got open access. You do have Southern Edge Arts. There's always, you know, the skate.
Southern Edge Arts is great. Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
I think the skate and the bike aspect of that's just about to take a big jump up because there's a huge design put in place for skate park BMX area right next to I think where the skate park is now. So all that's just about to become up there with a lot of because there's a lot of skate parks that are like kind of better than Albany's and they're like in Bremer Bay or other small towns etc. You know you've seen some of them. So I'm not saying you know the skate park is no good. I'm just saying that there is lots of things to do and there's nothing to do in Albany is a real cliche thing. Like I remember that being said when I was young, and people think things to do in Albany. The youth will always say, back in my day, it was like, oh, we haven't got an HJ's or a KFC, like they were focused on fast food. So kids are always going to say there's nothing to do. Yeah. And there's a certain demographic will always say that, whereas there's the other people that sit around being entertained at home is not enough for them, and they always will want to go outside and do stuff. So, I think Albany's got as much as anywhere, but if they look around now, there's so many cranes in the air and scaffold on buildings. It's no longer being forgotten. You know, like the town was, you know, to have something being built once every couple of years was how it was. Whereas now it's like, have a look around. So many pavers going down and buildings going up and cranes in the sky. There's about to be a whole lot more to do. Depending on what you want to do. What do you want to do?
Me personally,
I
want to show off. Like I want to continually. I want to. The people who say those sort of things generally, and I mean no disrespect, but it's like, you know, you got to go out and find your crew. You can't just sit at home and wait for something exciting to come and happen. You know, there's the theatre as part of that. There's so many festivals around here. There's lots of volunteer positions with that, and I think people as well sort of like, I want to make money doing this. Well, sometimes you know, for me, it's like it's about the love of the craft. You know, if you want to be surrounded by people who enjoy the same things as you, well then like go find your tribe. You know, it takes a little while for me to, you know, find people like that. But yeah, I've lived a very full social life, just putting my hand up and saying, yeah, I'd like to do this.
You're the exception though. Not totally the exception. There's a lot of people around like you, but it's definitely not a majority. And we're living in a society, I'm trying to get too deep here, where it's like, entertain me. You know, it's like, or give me convenience or give me death. It's like, it's not convenient or easy. So many kids, I want to learn guitar, so I sit there and try to show them a chord, and then they realise that they should learn something. They go, I said, a lot of it. And yet, you know, some of the funny, and I'm not being sexist here, but the young ladies of a certain age group are heaps able more to hold, to English. Anyway, to hold information in their heads at that age, so they're more likely to learn how to play an instrument. Some other guys are really driven. Don't get me wrong, it's not totally like that across the board, but you know, you still get those young fellas that have been veteran guitarists and are totally shred, and then they're in a band. That's good. I think people will always just do what they want to do. You know, there's diehard gamers out there. They don't want to go outside. They just want to play games and smash burgers, and you know that's okay. It's not a great healthy lifestyle. That's what they want to do. Cool. Gets them off the, you know, riding BMXs badly or, you know, falling on their ass on a skateboard. It's like horses for courses, like, well, if you're young, you know, skaters want to hurt themselves for fun. I know what that's like. It's what I used to do.
That phase. And it's funny talking to you about that because it was like, oh, you know, these days kids, you know, that I had it so much harder. It's like, well, you know, kids are always going to be kids in these days. They need to scrape their knees. They need to go out and like, you know, experiment and have fun and find that freedom within themselves. You know, I think that a lot of parents in particular, they want to wrap them up. They don't want them to hurt themselves. They want to make sure that they're going to be okay every single time. But you know, the age from like 16 to 22 is where you get a lot of life's experience and like where you fuck up a lot.
How to survive.
You know what I mean? Exactly, like I did.
How to survive under duress.
Eating Tide Pods and like, well, kids in my day, we were practicing jackass. You know what I mean? Like it was always looking for that next level of something to just break out and find out who you are. So
if we had known we could exploit the things that people are making money out of now, like it's funny you should say jackass. Those guys are big what they enjoy is a bit more gross than what I enjoy. And it's real boys stuff, you know what I mean? They think that, you know, farts and asses are funny, that sort of stuff. We're a little bit more highbrow with that. I mean, I like the danger factor, like, hey, watch me climb this, or, you know what I mean? Watch me hold this electric wire for as long as I can, or whatever, you know, like that. That was me. But there's no record of me doing dumb shit like that since I stopped drinking about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was all alcohol based. It was not me at all. I always have good ideas. Give me a drink and I have really good bad ideas. It's just, you know, amplifies that.
Yeah.
Anyone that knows me knows that's true. I'm not sure if I've actually stopped and started to focus better on what's right for me. But meanwhile, I feel like I'm contributing when I boost someone's confidence as a performer. I mean, it's I go back to the OSA or open access aspect of what I do, and the open mic night is it's an unusual situation where people who are terrified of what other people think of them and are awkward in public situations or social situations are somehow driven to perform, and it's terrifying. You know what I mean? It's exactly the thing they hate the most. It's like this huge big demon like trying to devour them, and yet they walk right up to it. And I feel like my job, not my job, but it's like I really feel like I have the ability to take that fear away and make them take that step. Like they'll say, "Oh, what do you do for stage fright?" And I'm like, "You don't do anything. You take that free adrenaline and you use it as your energy. You don't need drugs, you don't need whatever, just tap into that. First song will be shaky, but you wait, you know. And if you're not nervous or upset, then I don't know why you're doing it. I still get nervous before I go on. Lately I've been having like really enjoyable anxiety attacks. It's like, you know, like hyperventilating a little bit and stuff, and then going through it like, it's real. I'm like, yeah, I'm going down now. And the best show I did for a long time was I turned up really late. It was about 6 minutes before I had to go on.
Oh my goodness.
And I think Dylan was actually supposed to be playing guitar before me.
Yep.
And I was like, no, I'm going to go now. If I don't go now, I'm going to run away.
Yep.
So I went on and I did one of the best solo shows I've done because I was really wired, But I don't know, it's funny now to look at alcohol in performance, whereas a lot of people drink alcohol to perform. A couple of years back I did a Halloween show, and I thought it'd be fun to have a couple of shots of Black Sambuca, which was like my go-to at one stage for like a Men in Black style completely